Hello, welcome to Plausible Learning by Guillem Palau. So, in this case, what I want to show you is how you can take SuperMemo on steroids, actually on steroids. And what I mean by that is that you can have so many functions automatically done with AutoHotKey. So first, you can simplify and you can do mundane things, repetitive things, with just a single key. So you may be familiar with this script from the community, pretty heuristics. So I strongly suggest to see it if you haven't seen it already. And there's also in GitHub a repository of AutoHotKeys scripts, for instance, one-handed or the priorities. So you use this, it's very common and handy, and here's the actual code. So I'm just want to show you from scratch how you can do it, because the point is not to use the community or what's there, it's to make your own preps. So now I have, as you can see, SuperMemo AHK. AHK stands for AutoHotKey. So if I press it, that's the script. You will see it's more likely the same with the priorities, but I have added more stuff. And for the sake of this video, I will select the example to split an article. So let's put an example. When you want to split an article, okay, so what you do is Commander, so Control Enter. Same we have here, Control. If you're not familiar with this, you can check it out. So, for instance, to split the article, it's bind to this shortcut. So if you are not familiar with this, that stands for Control, the plus stands for Shift, and exclamation point stands for Alt. So this combination actually is Control Shift Alt S. So first step is what we did, the commander, which is Control Enter. Then SP. What happens if I do SP? Split the article. It's pointless to keep writing because it's the only choice. So now what I do is pressing Enter, and in the case I don't want to specify this custom strings, Enter again. That's actually what we did. Enter, enter, and enter. Then here, sleep is for waiting, because in this case it's 5,000 milliseconds, so 5 seconds. Because I want to wait for this to happen. Why? Because this is for making the article done. So this, I want to convert this shortcut here as a folder, which is Control Shift Enter. Here it is, Control Shift Enter, sleep again, and enter twice. Just to confirm. Enter and enter. You have to reply twice to confirm twice. Now, as you can see, the article is split, and the main topic is done. So we'll delete this, and instead of doing all these many clicks, what I will be doing is using the script. So in my case, I decided to go with Control Shift Alt S. So Control Shift Alt S, look here, now it's waiting 5 seconds. Look at the shortcut here, and magic happened. I did nothing. All you see here, Control Shift, are from the script. And this, I only left this conditional, is I want to wait 5 seconds, but if it's a long chapter, it's a long article, like incremental learning, that will take longer. So, in case what is saying here is, in case a window called splitting an article doesn't exist, please do this, send those commands. So I prefer, if it is still on, do nothing. I will do it manually. I don't mind, because articles that take that long, it's not usual. So I don't save that much time. So, and what will happen if it still exists is that this will be not executed. So I will be splitting the article, so I save keys, strokes still, but not that many. So now, the question is, let's go back again, add the script. And same for example, and now let's say, okay, usually if it's Wikipedia, most likely I will want to prioritize the definition, right? So instead of Control P, it's not even working. Okay, select Control P. Oh, excuse me, Alt P. And since the priority, you can use the and with heuristics, so you can see what it's doing. Just to add a little something with the bit already, is that, for instance, if we go back to the shortcut, okay, I want to prioritize the first topic, because usually the first topic in Wikipedia is a definition. So instead of going Alt P, changing to something very low, like 1% or something very high, instead of doing that, you just use, now I'm using the script. That's not magic, so it's the built-in. So for instance, numpad 1, it selects a random from these values. So if I press numpad 0, I will have to the first element to this maximum percentile. So 0, and you can tell the exact number have chosen, because you can also see it here. So let me do some more. 43.2, but there are more decimals. This is round. So this is very useful, extremely useful. And that's just one of the examples. So the other example is to split an article. And I'm working on more, and I suggest you to do the same for making a concept default, or linking a default, linking an element to a concept, and so on. So so the point is that you're doing nothing new, is that you do it quicker with just a few keystrokes. And the most fantastic thing is that you can choose whatever you want and modify it whenever you want. Even myself. Now let's say, for instance, when I add more stuff, okay, this is useful because S stands for split article. It's easier to remember. But if I add more scripts, then I have A, D, or whatever. So I can go and make one row of all the F1, F2, and so on, and have a very broad range of custom AutoHotkeys. That will be all. Thank you. I hope this has been helpful. I hope this has been helpful for you, and please go and make SuperMemo experience a lot more. So, and with that, with AutoHotkey, you can take SuperMemo to the next level. And as you can see, it's not that hard. And for instance, now the question could be, okay, I can know this for interreference. It's seemingly extremely well written. so you can see everything. But how can I know what's that? The name and the title and this kind of thing, the name of the windows. So you have the spy. View, what it is? Windows spy. So now with this little thing, it's telling you everything. So if I click this window title, class and classes. EADEI wind. Let's say the stats window is the stats, as is that. Let's say this one. It's the data, so you have this, that's the title of the window. So if you want something to affect only in a specific window, let's say you want now the knowledge tree. So the knowledge tree is called T contents. And when you have a message, so let's say I want to split this again. Click on it, and you can see it's T web dialog, spelled like this. So yes, you need a little trial and error to check the name of each window, but you have to do it once. So now I already know the name of this window of the import. So now if I want to select, to even customize the splitting, is I want to split the article and set it in one particular concept. So for instance, my script is with S. So I can put this the same, Ctrl Shift Alt D, with the only difference that I'm also setting the concept group as one of the I use most, whatever works for you. So let's say English or whatever. Or even changing this, instead of using the hook, you don't want to use the hook. So you can see everything is here. So you have the name of the window, and here you have what you need. For instance, for Wikipedia, it's the double B. So if I click Alt double B, voila, Wikipedia. Alt U, YouTube, and so on. And same here, that's the local pages, is the O. So Alt O, local pages. So if you use this, so the point is that, for instance, I can do very often two options. So what I need to do is always be toggle this. Okay, let me use concept group of incremental learning with images. Oh, now I import one article from the other pool. Then local pages, concept group, English, and so on. So you have to change back and forth every time the settings. So you can automate this with a script. And this is just, that's why it's so useful to know, to learn actual how to use it, to do your own scripts. That's the main point. I do strongly suggest to do it. And in case you want to share your own scripts or ask any for help in the community, feel free to reach this channel, SMAHK. In the if you don't see this channel, what you need to do is going in welcome and click on this icon for SuperMemo key. This will enable the channel for AutoHotKey, and I'm not seeing it here, as easy as that. So now, if you noticed, here is the same script I used, but I was using Alt-GR, which this is useful because I'm using a Spanish keyword. As you can see, there's no you compare this thing here, there was no waiting, because waiting is not needed, because there was no done, the selection of done. So you can see I built this incrementally in steps. So is there an evolution? Okay, so I hope you find this useful, and I hope you can use AutoHotKey for your own use, personal use with SuperMemo, and take it to the next level. You will first spend less time with common things and mundane tasks, and also you can take your efficiency to the next level. It does make a difference. No more to say, just incremental greetings. See ya.